An absolutely enormous game of football tonight in the League of Ireland Premier Division between Bohemians and St Patrick's Athletic. You could nearly call it a 6-pointer in the race for Europe this season. You have Bows in fourth with 33 games played, 50 points, and you have Pats in sixth, same games played, 49 points. So games running out in the league this season. Both sides have a tough enough run in, so this game is enormous. And probably whoever loses, you feel, could miss out on Europe next season. But what better time to do a combined 11? Got to run through mine now. So obviously I'm going to probably line up in a 4-3-3 formation, kind of suits both teams. In goal, you're looking at either Kasper, Charatska or Joey Anang. Now, Anang was very good in the win over Shamrock Rovers on Friday night, but against Cork a couple of weeks ago, the 3-0 defeat, he was arguably at fault for all three goals. So I just don't think he's too consistent enough. I think Charatska is a little bit more consistent, so I'm going to go with him in goal. At right back then, not a great selection here, to be perfectly honest with you. At Pats, you have Axel Sjoberg. At Bows, you have the new signing Okadina. I think he's been filling in a right full as of late. Haven't seen a huge amount of him, but Bows haven't really been too secure at the back this season, so I'll probably just angle for Axel Sjoberg. I'm not his biggest fan, but I'll just slide him in at right back. Centre back, I think the no-brainer, the first name on the team sheet, arguably Joe Redmond, Pat's captain. Absolutely the best option between both sides of centre back, so he's absolutely in this team. Then tough selection between the three other options at centre back. I've got written down Tom Gravosti, Keane Byrne, Rob Cornwall. Take your pick. None of them really jump off the page at me, to be perfectly honest with you. I might just go with Keane Byrne. He was good at Galway first half of the season, playing in more of a midfield position, but I think he's a bright future ahead of him, and I'll probably just about slide him in at centre back alongside Joe Redmond there. At left back then, obviously Anto Breslin's kind of fallen out of favour at Pats. I'm not sure if he's injured or what the story is there, but we've been seeing a lot of Amin Al-Kazim at left back at the minute. I think Jordan Flowers has been very good for Bows this season. Obviously kind of a midfielder by trade typically, but I think he's been very consistent this year. He's earned a new contract actually there recently as well, so I'm going to go with him at left back. That's a bit of a no-brainer for me. The midfield three is relatively easy, I would say, as well. Some people have been giving a little bit of stick this season, but I still stick with Chris Forrester in there. Obviously, one of the best players in the league on his day, so I'll stick with him. Dawson Devoy's been in conversations for Player of the Year this season. Obviously, probably Bows' best player this year in discussions for best midfielder. He'll be probably in the team of the year at the end of the year as well, so he makes his way in there alongside Forrester. And I've gone for Ross Tierney in the kind of just in front of them in the 10 as well. I think he's been solid this season. Maybe a little bit quiet in patches and maybe not got the goals and assist return he would have been craving, but I still think he's a top class player and more than deserving of a place in this team. Front three then gets a little bit tricky. On the right hand side, I've gone for, there's a lot of players here that kind of mix up positions and they can kind of get moved around. It's kind of fluid enough, but I've kind of narrowed it down to Keane Levy. I think he's one of the best ball carriers in the league in terms of dribbling, keeping possession. He's such a good player. His end product does lack a little bit at times. For Bows then, you could probably make a case for Archie Meekinson, but I'm gonna try and get James Clark in on the right hand side here, because I don't think he's been kind of playing a number of positions for Bows this season, playing up front as of late, I think, as a lone striker. But I'm going to sneak him in at right hand side here. I'm a big fan of him. I think he just doesn't really have that best position in this Bows team nailed down, so it's a bit of a tricky one for him, but I'm a huge fan of James Clark, so I'm going to slot him in on the right hand side. Then on the left, I've gone for either Simon Power or Dale Rooney. Now, Simon Power obviously scored a fantastic goal against Shamrock Rovers on Friday night, an unbelievable finish. I think he's been really bright in parts this season. I think Dale Rooney's probably been a little bit more consistent throughout the year, though. He always pops up with goals and assists for Bows, so I'm going to opt for Dale Rooney on the left hand side. Up front then, it's Mason Melia or Douglas James Taylor. I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. I think Douglas James Taylor is a fantastic player, one of the top strikers when he gets going in the league, but Mason Melia, next level. Obviously earned that big money move to Spurs, and obviously is one of the top goal scorers in the league this season and bits and pieces like that, so Mason Melia for me walks in up front. But yeah, that's my 11, guys. Let me know yours down in the comments below, and also let me know your predictions ahead of this massive European 6-pointer. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and please drop the page a follow. Much appreciated.